Now, we talked about there being a lot of changes here in 2022 on Court TV. One of the changes is that plea day has been added to the afternoon of these miscellaneous dates. Now, plea day, as we call it, some people call it arraignment if you're in a different part of the country, some people call it arraignment here. That's really the first time someone is in court. Now, on plea day, you're going to see it's going to go very fast. The plea day part will go very fast. You're going to have people who haven't hired a private lawyer or are assigned to the public defender. If someone has hired a private lawyer by that point, that lawyer is going to file a waiver, what we call a waiver of arraignment, and a not guilty plea. So, for instance, that's what I do for my clients. My clients aren't going to go to plea day. But when I was a public defender, all of those clients go to plea day. It's a lot of times it's the first time a public defender is going to see that client. They're going to give them a card, they're going to set them an appointment, and they're going to get ready for that next court date, which is pretrial conference that we talked about in another video. This is a change because plea day last year was on a different day. It wasn't intertwined with this. This has actually streamlined it, put it all in one day. It does seem like it's a lot easier to take care of. After the plea day part goes, and that part goes rather quickly, then starts the afternoon of the miscellaneous VOP court date. The afternoon is reserved for larger hearings or contested VOP hearings, and I know we talked about those earlier. There's not a lot of those, but they do happen. But those other larger hearings, things like sentencings, when someone has entered a plea to a case, and now they're going to come back and get sentenced by the judge, and they're going to bring in, people to testify. They're going to bring in their friends or family to speak on their behalf and bring in letters, and we're going to hear that compelling testimony about maybe why they should get less than what the state's offered or why they should get this or that. And those are always very, very entertaining, very riveting to watch. I know even here at the office, we stay glued to Crestview Community TV on these afternoons.
right there.
I know, we're on camera.
Can't tell it's on camera.
Okay. So did you have the interpreter? Yeah. She was asking me how's
Yeah,
it
I talked to her. He's also being.
All rise, please. Court's back in session.
Yeah, we'll do that. Got Tony Anderson. Is that person here?
Response, Judge.
T-O-N-I Lee Anderson. Tony Lee Anderson. I'll call her again at the end. Stephen Bayshore.
Your Honor, I represent Mr. Bayshore, 23 CF 1355. Judge, this is a fugitive from justice case. He's out of custody. He had a hold, I believe, for Kentucky. I'm not sure if he has court dates up there. I don't know if the state wants to do anything in particular with this case today.
We don't have to do anything, Your Honor, right?
I mean, it's a fugitive from justice charge. He's out of custody. He signed his waiver of extradition. Oh, there wasn't.
It was filed already, okay.
Okay.
All right.
For this case number? Because there was a previous one that would. Yes, ma'am. This was, okay. Thank you.
Brandon Brewer.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Mr. Brandon Brewer. This is 23 CF 1223. Judge, I believe we have an agreement, if I may approach.
All right.
You need the score sheet?
Yes.
Let me just put the date before the bridge.
Mr. Brewer, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is 23 CF 1223, State versus Brandon Brewer. You want to plead no contest to the charge of possession of a controlled substance, a third-degree felony, possession of paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, and false ID to an LEO, a first-degree misdemeanor. Is that correct?
Is that what you want to plead no contest to? Yeah, what we signed yesterday?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes,
You
sir.
aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? Are you aware of your rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work that Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
The court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. On count one, you're sentenced to 24 months probation, $100 cost of prosecution, $515 court costs, $150 PD fee, have a substance abuse evaluation with any recommended treatment. On count 2 and 3, you're sentenced to time served, adjudicated guilty on all counts.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay?
I really need to be prepared.
Right. Can we approach on him real quick?
$150 public defender fee. Take a substance abuse evaluation with recommended treatment.
Tratamiento de evaluación para el abuso de sustancias.
No contact with victim, with Victon. Is it Victor, Victon, or victim?
Contacto
It should be
con
Victor,
Víctor.
his last name,
Victor Velasquez.
Victor
Velázquez.
Velasquez, yes.
No contact with Mr.
No
Velasquez.
contacto con el señor Víctor.
No trespassing at Victor Velasquez's
Puede
resident.
traspasar la residencia del señor Víctor.
Complete an anti-theft course. On count 3, you're sentenced to time served. Adjudication of guilt is withheld on all 3 counts. Any questions?
No.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, we request the
Thank you,
supervision
sir.
fees be waived.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Just so we can tell them we're not to go.
William Franklin.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of William Franklin. This is 23 CF 1251. Your Honor, I believe we have an agreement if I may approach. And that's exactly what we
Okay.
signed yesterday.
Probation.
Mr. Franklin, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for us court's true, so help you God?
Sir.
This is 23 CF 1251, State versus William Howard Franklin. You are entering a no contest plea to the charge of a third-degree felony pawn fraud. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
That's what you want to do?
What you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Did you read and sign the form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
I do, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevents you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
Extremely happy.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Withhold adjudication of guilt. Sentence you to 18 months probation, $100 cost of prosecution, $415 court costs, $150 PD fee, reserved jurisdiction on restitution for 90 days, 50 hours community service work, no contact with Anthony Kelly, no trespassing in Anthony Kelly's residence or Dan's Discount Pawn, and take anti-theft course. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
So just wait in line
And
for
Your Honor, we request
probation.
the supervision fees be waived.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gibbs, the score sheet.
Brianna Henderson.
Your Honor, if possible, I'd like to recall Mr. Brewer.
Okay. Brandon Brewer. Hang on one second, Ms. Henderson.
Let's change your agreement.
Your Honor, it came to our attention that Mr. Brewer is in fact listed as a sexual offender for the state of Florida. That being said, because he is on a probationary sentence, I understand that the statutes require he has to be on a GPS monitor. If the court would order that, we'd ask for it not to be more than $1 per day.
So ordered.
And Your Honor, he would would have to remain in custody until we can get out there and affix the ankle monitor.
All right.
Thank you.
It's ideally as early as tomorrow morning. yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Henderson. You are charged with possession of narcotics equipment, a third-degree felony, drug possession without a prescription. Is this one a third-degree felony or first misdemeanor?
I have a plea offer for misdemeanor, Your Honor. Is that what you asked?
Is count two a misdemeanor or?
It is.
Because half of my docket here.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't understand your question. She
all right.
has one felony and 2 misdemeanors.
Okay. Half of my docket didn't print, and I couldn't tell.
Yes.
All right, so then we got another misdemeanor, possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana. So a felony, 2 misdemeanors, and this is arraignment where you have a chance. The state's going to offer you some plea if you want to. You don't have to accept it, okay? Hang on, let's see what she says.
So the state is offering to dismiss the felony count, plead to the 2 misdemeanors count for 1 year of probation with some substance abuse evaluation and treatment and 50 hours of community service.
You want to do that?
No, sir.
All right, so you're entering a not guilty plea?
Yes, sir. I was given a 3-day grace period to provide paperwork of my prescription.
Okay, well, this is not trial, this is just
Oh,
pleading.
no,
So you
sir.
plead not
Not
guilty,
guilty.
I'll appoint the public defender. You want a public defender to help you out and represent you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, plead you not guilty and put you down for, I'll appoint the public defender. Are we kind of overwhelmed on August 28th now? We want to start going into October? Pre-trial?
Judge, we just started going to August 28th in arraignment. Seems like to me, so I'm guessing that we're still on the 28th. but-
All right, August 28th. August 28th is your pre-trial date.
Yes, sir, because I did. I'm good to go.
All right, Mr. Shong, how do you whose name is spelled H-U-A-N-G? Anybody? Do you understand any English? No? Well, he's saying. All right, well, what we're going to do, plead him not guilty, appoint public defender, find out what language he needs so we can get a translator.
I'll talk to him.
All right. Can you translate for us?
Not to like professional way.
Well, okay.
You're a son, right?
Yeah.
Well, how do you communicate with him?
Just basic, man.
Just basics?
Do you know what language he speaks?
Cantonese, Mandarin, Chinese.
Can you tell him that I'm pleading him, can you tell him I'm pleading him not guilty
Yeah, I already told him. Well, I told him right now.
and appointing a lawyer for him?
Sorry.
I'm appointing a lawyer for him? Well, Mr. Williams, whoever in the public defender gets it, get this lined up for us, okay? August 28th, pre-trial.
Thank you, sir.
Give his son a card, too.
Yeah, the next case is mine. If y'all would hang around for just a minute. Judge, I believe Mr. Ianello is mine.
Kira Ianello. Who's Kira Ianello? Come on up.
Mr. Williams, I do have an offer for her.
Okay. What is the offer, ma'am?
Is to dismiss the felony plea to count 2 for a withhold of adjudication, court costs, and credit for time served.
All right, ma'am. What that means is they drop the felony charge against you. You would have a withheld, which means no formal conviction on the misdemeanor, and pay court costs on it. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You're Kira Ianello, right?
Yeah, you got that right, actually. No one ever does.
Okay, well, do you swear the testimony you give for us course of truth, so help you God?
Yes,
You want to enter a no contest plea to a misdemeanor, possession of narcotic equipment, correct, Miss Leon?
yes.
Where'd she, is that what the offer was?
Yes, sir. It was a plea to that, and
Yes, Your Honor.
it was, what, court costs?
Court costs and
Withheld
credit
court
for time
costs?
served.
All right, you want to enter a plea to possession of narcotic equipment, a misdemeanor, correct? You want to do that?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you under the influence of eating medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No.
Is she your client?
We were apparently appointed to her in first appearances. If the court wants to unappoint us, I think that the court could do that with
No.
results I think the court's seeking.
And the court sentenced you to credit for time served, and the state's going to dismiss the felony, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You might want to swing by the clerk's office in just a few minutes and make whatever arrangements need to be made, okay?
Ziad Johnson? Is that right? All right, Mr. Johnson, you are here for arraignment charged with burglary of a dwelling or structure with damage over $1,000, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, I did not, he was arrested for that, but I filed formal charges as burglary of an unoccupied dwelling. That's a second-degree felony instead of a first-degree felony.
Second-degree felony. Do you want, is there any offer for him, or do we need to?
There is an offer, Your Honor, is to lesser included of, it's still a felony, third-degree felony burglary of unoccupied structure, and it would be for 9 months of jail or 2 years probation.
I think you're going to plead not guilty, right?
Yes.
I'll appoint public defender to represent you, okay? And you may ultimately accept that, I don't know, but it might be something better. Attorney, check out things and see if you want to go to trial, accept a plea or whatever, but just, I'm going to go ahead and enter a not guilty plea for you and appoint public defender, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Sir, call this number, make an appointment to come see you. And this is your copy. Keep that.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
August 28th, thank you, sir. Michael Troy Johnson. All right, you're Michael Troy Johnson?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with fleeing, attempting to elude a police officer, and resisting without violence. The first is the fleeing and attempting to elude is a third-degree felony, and the resisting is a first-degree misdemeanor. Is there any kind of offer for him to consider?
Yes, Your Honor. Plea is charged for 2 years of probation.
Withhold or adjudicated?
It's an adjudication. He has prior felonies.
Adjudication?
It would be adjudication.
You want to do that?
No.
All right, not guilty, plea, and appoint a public defender to represent you. August 28th.
Sir, thank you.
Brandon Lee Kelly. Mark Land. You're Mark Land?
Yes, sir.
Is he charged with possession of a weapon by convicted felon? A felony, third-degree felony, Ms. Leon, or second?
Second-degree felony.
Second.
Judge, possession of paraphernalia, possession of controlled substance, to wit fentanyl, and introduction of contraband into the jail.
How you plead?
We've already been appointed on it. I'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, request 15 days for any pre-arraignment motions.
August 28th. If y'all get these cases settled, we can move them up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll give you a call.
Yeah, please do.
Hannah Nicole Knoll, N-U-L-L.
Judge, this is Hannah Knoll. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf. Again, request 15 days for any pre-arraignment motions and demand trial by jury.
All right. Thank you. Brandon Pursley is next.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge, they brought out, are you Ms. Pursley?
No, I'm Noel.
Yeah, they brought it Ms. Knoll, I'm sorry.
All right, you pled her not guilty, didn't you?
Oh, okay, I maybe misunderstood. I thought that you were saying that I was talking on behalf of the wrong person. I apologize. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Can I ask how it went? I'm not sure what happened.
He pled you not guilty,
So what
and
happens from there?
we got a pretrial set for August 28th. If he can get it resolved sooner, I'll bring you in sooner.
So can I get out of jail today?
Well, I guess there's been a bond set for her, hasn't there?
Correct. It's 1,000. 10% of 1,000 is 100.
I guess if you make bond, you can.
Okay. Is there any way I can get Okay, so I have a lot of information in this packet about how your facility, not technically yours, but how this facility has been very wrong to me, and I'd like to give it to my lawyer or my attorney.
You certainly may, ma'am, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going to be contacted with somebody else, by somebody else that we've contracted with to do an evaluation on you, and just please be cooperative with them. It'll be a doctor's email.
Is there any way that I can get this information looked at today while I'm still in here? Because last time I was in here, can I ask why?
Because we got a whole bunch of other people to do, and this is not your trial date. This is just arraignment.
Okay, well, I never got to see my attorney on
No,
this.
ma'am, that's not true. I saw you on June 22nd of this year at the Escambia County Jail.
Yes, sir, but I did ask to see you again, and you did state to me out of your own mouth
And you
that I
will.
would see you before I went to my arraignment on today, the 6th.
Well, ma'am, then I apologize. I don't remember saying that. Normally, after I've seen somebody, I don't need to see them again before arraignment.
All right, well, he's working on your behalf because he's pledged you not guilty, and he's taking your information, which he's going to review.
I understand that. All I know is I don't get to. I'll come out in just a second. 1 second. I promise I'll comply. I don't get to talk to anybody in jail, which I still am because I'm still shackled, still in cuffs. I'm still in my uniform. I've been on the loaf since June 4th. I'm a pregnant inmate, had a period twice for which I thought it was a miscarriage. They do not let me go to medical. They refuse me medical. I have a sitcom plus notes written in that envelope stated to whom it may concern, which is my attorney, along with his business card. So that states that I did see him and I did ask to speak with him before I came to court today. I would like to know why I'm being treated so unfairly, and why it is that I don't get to speak with anybody of power except, of course, your COs who don't like to be at my liberty as an inmate. Y'all call me by inmate Null or Hannah Null, not called by my inmate number. Therefore, I have all my rights that I had coming into jail. I'm 21 years old. I had a clean record before I entered this town in last year, the end of last year. What I want to know is how I assumed 2 misdemeanors and a felony in this town within a month and a half of each other, and I managed to keep a clean record my whole gosh darn life. And
Very good.
just food for thought.
Your attorney's pledging not guilty. Thank you. Next.
But, as I figured. Well, have a nice day, gentlemen.
We ordered an evaluation, didn't we?
Judge, we do that internally.
Okay.
That's why I asked her to cooperate
All
with
right.
Dr. Zima.
All right. You are Brandon Joseph Pursley?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with grand theft, a felony, and trespassing on property, not a structure or conveyance, a misdemeanor. You have an offer for him?
Your Honor, the offer is going to be 18 months of probation with community service hours in the amount of 25 hours, no alcohol or controlled substance, no return to the address of 6053 Robin Road. There's going to be restitution in the amount of $2,500, $100 cost of prosecution, cost of transportation to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, $259.97.
Withhold or
It
adjudicate?
would be an adjudication, Your Honor, due to prior felonies.
You want to?
No, sir.
All right, not guilty, point public defender.
Yes, Your Honor.
August 28th.
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, the next one on the docket, Ms. Roderis, we did her this morning.
Rebecca Seymour.
Yes, Your Honor. She is present in the courtroom and approaching.
You're already appointed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, the state has not filed an information in this case yet. If we could reset this maybe for the August 10th?
August 10th. They haven't actually filed charges on you? Maybe something can be worked out, I don't know.
I've been provided a witness list from defense, so I'm trying to look into that on the front
Okay.
end.
And we have some additional information to
All
provide.
right, it might go away, I don't know. We'll see August 10th, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Tony Lee Anderson. Have any information on Miss Anderson? No bond, Capias. Is there anyone who I've not called for arraignments? What about Dorinda Steinman?
She's in custody, Your Honor, we're ready.
After Ms. Steinman, Your Honor, if Ms. Berrickman and I could approach you on another matter.
Right, Dorinda K. Steinman.
Yes, Your Honor, she's before the court on 22 CF 1071 for sentencing.
Okay.
Your Honor, this defendant entered a plea to the court on an earlier date. I do have a score sheet. This is a violation of probation. I also can provide the court a copy of the VOP report if the court doesn't have a copy.
What, you can provide it.
No.
What is the state asking for?
Your Honor, the state's offer to resolve would be an adjudication with 6 months in the Okaloosa County Jail and revoke and terminate her probation.
She's entered a plea already, right?
Yes, Your Honor. She's just here today for sentencing.
All right, what are you asking for?
Your Honor, we are asking for 60 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, revoke and terminate. This is her first violation of probation. This is her first felony case. She only has 3 prior misdemeanors. Normally, after a violation of probation, they get put back on community control or probation or a short amount of jail time. In this particular case, Ms. Steinman has already paid off all her court costs. She already has her community service set up at Exodus. She's already paid for her counseling at Patterson. She's missed the date, but she's able, I'm sure, to reschedule. She wants the court to know that she has 5 children, 3 that are in the home, and she is a caregiver for a 70-year-old man. She's just asking the court to do 60 days and revoke and terminate, or either put her back on probation so she can finish what she's already paid for and signed up for.
How much time has she served already?
5 months.
How much time have you been
Incarcerated?
in this case?
I don't know.
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
When did you get arrested on this one?
I got arrested on the
June 17th, Your Honor, she got arrested, so she's got in less than a month.
no, that's
In the state's position, Your Honor, is she didn't do anything on probation, not 1 hour of
I
community.
see all that. Doesn't look like she did anything on probation.
And the situation with the dog overdose on the cocaine is very concerning.
5 months, Okaloosa County Jail, revoke and terminate.
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
5 months, county jail, revoke and terminate.
Credit for all time served?
Yes.
You can ask them at the jail.
Did you say adjudication, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
And outstanding money to collections.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if Ms. Barrickman and I could approach, please.
Yeah.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boys Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Several times about your wife.
Your Honor, imagine putting notes on the record real quick for Mr. Stephen Creech in 21 CF 2680. We're moving that trial from July 19th to July 12th.
That's correct.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
That's Wednesday, correct?
Next Wednesday, July 12th, is when the trial will now be scheduled.
Yes, Judge.
And the case that's currently scheduled there is which one?
It's scheduled for the 19th.
But that, I believe, is going to be resolved by that date anyway.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Creech will be the 12th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I have Kenneth McIntosh. This is the case that was passed through this morning. He's going to enter an admission to the violation of probation, be reinstated, and a 90-day county jail sentence will be added with credit for time served, of course.
All right, this is 21 CF 813, State versus Kenneth McIntosh.
That's correct, Judge.
Mr. McIntosh, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for us, of course, the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And you want to admit you violated probation?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this admission?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form, which explains your rights? You did?
Yeah,
Did you?
I need a verbal answer.
Did you read and sign this form?
Yeah. I'm deaf in one ear.
Are you, do you,
He's deaf in his right.
I got you. Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea? Did anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
Yeah. Whatever he said.
Did anybody threaten you
No.
or force you to enter the plea?
No.
Court finds the plea was freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, sentences you to reinstate probation, same terms, except I'm going to add 90 days county jail with credit for time served and adjudicated. Did you hear that okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, Judge, thank you very much.
thank you.
Your Honor, he's on GPS monitoring, and he is to remain in custody until the monitor is affixed.
Yes.
And it was at $1 a day. We requested it remain at $1 a day.
Okay.
Thanks.
Johnson, Mr. Joseph Johnson.
Judge, this is a 3850 hearing that's scheduled for, well, it was scheduled for 2 o'clock. We're ready to proceed, Judge.
Okay.
Stays ready, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
May I be excused, Your Honor? Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes. You're Joseph Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Judge, will you just give me a second to... Mr. Berry, this is a 3850 on the cap. Felony. Judge, can we approach briefly?
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict up $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top...
This next case may have some victim impact that is will not need to be transmitted. So we'll have to kill the video feed, okay?
We're doing that
We got possible child